Alright, in this video I'm going to show you guys how to use the bandsaw. Earlier I had used the combination square to make some 45-degree angles for our birdhouse, and this is going to be actually for part of the roof of the birdhouse and give it a little bit of pitch, which they use in birdhouses and different houses so that the rain and the snow will actually slide off of the top of your house. Okay, so this is the bandsaw. The bandsaw works basically, it has a motor, it's got two wheels, and there's a big metal blade that's actually in the shape of a band. And as it rotates, when you turn it on, the bottom wheel is hooked up to a motor. This wheel coasts, and it moves round and round and round, and the teeth come down and cut the wood. So it's a pretty straightforward design. The only things that you guys really need to be dealing with as far as adjustments is you have to adjust the bandsaw to the height of your wood. You always want it to be 1/4 of an inch above what you're cutting. So this gap in between right here, right where my finger is, you want that to be 1/4 of an inch. So it's about the height of a standard wooden pencil. Okay, so the knob back here will loosen that. All you got to do is turn it a little bit, and now this is free to move up and down. This would not be safe. Also, the blade can flex and it doesn't cut very well either. So we want to bring this down to about 1/4 of an inch. This actually is a little bit loose, which it shouldn't be, so don't mess with any of these other knobs because then it won't cut right and it could be unsafe. So we're going to tighten the knob. I'm kind of reaching around. You guys might want to walk over. I just don't want to block the camera. Alright, so it's adjusted to about 1/4 of an inch above what we're cutting. Push sticks. Push sticks are always good to have. They should be right at your bandsaw, but sometimes they float around. So each bandsaw should have a push stick. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to cut along this line at a 45-degree angle. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start the power tool up. Get my push stick over here, that way I can keep my fingers far enough away from the blade. You never want your fingers in line with the blade either. Okay? So we're simply going to go ahead and cut. I'm going to stay to the outside of my line, okay, so that my measurement will be precise. You can always sand it down a little bit if you need to, but you want to stay to the outside of your line just a little bit. Okay? I'm actually doing this on purpose so that we can go back and be introduced to another power tool, the disc sander. So there's my cut. Go ahead and flip it around and make my other cut here. Okay. Keep your fingers away from the moving blade. Don't have them in line with the blade. Take your time and try not to back out of cuts if you can help it. Once you start cutting, hopefully you can finish and go all the way outside the cut. Anytime you have to back up, you could actually pull the blade off the wheel. It happens from time to time, and could be a little hazardous, and it's a little bit of a scary situation. So try not to actually back out. And if you're not sure about backing out of a cut, go ahead and stop the machine and ask for a little bit of help. Notice these scraps. I've waited for the power tool to stop to get my scraps away, and do throw away your scraps. We don't need to keep little pieces like this. Just throw it in the trash can. It does take a few seconds for the blade to stop, so make sure you can actually see and make sure that the blade has stopped.